Well, we're ready to cover the wing in a Conocoat. We're going to do this wing in two colors. We're going to do it white with yellow wing tips, and the yellow will start right where the ailerons stop. First thing I did was I made markings on the bottom and the top of the wing where the yellow is going to be added. I also marked my channel for my servo leads, where the channel is from the servo cutout to the where it ends in the fuselage. I went ahead and cut all my Conocoat out. This piece is the length of the roll, and it's 8 inches wide. And you're going to get seams, and I usually hide the seams in the middle of the wing. And what you want to do is you want to line your material up, and you don't really want to wrap too much around the front of the wing. So where you want to do your lining up is going to be at the front of the wing, and that's probably about enough there. That's probably about 3/8 of an inch wrap, and you'll probably have more on the back. And we can take the X-Acto knife and trim that off, but we want to start with the bottom first. And that way, when you put the top coat on, when you turn the wing over and cover the top, it will cover all the seams from the bottom piece of material. So first thing you want to do is line up your front leading edge. And I usually overlap in the middle of the wing about 1/3. So if this were the middle of the wing, I go ahead and there's little bumps on the foam. I just move it to the next bump over. You'll see where there's 1, 2, 3, 4 bumps in the foam, and in between the two middle ones I just move to the next one to the opposite side, and that's what I line that up with. And then it's just a matter of taking your iron and start from the center in the middle and work your way out. The bottom of the wing is really easy to do. Where you'll run into problems, and we'll show you, is when we start doing the top of the wing, because we have the dihedral that we have to work with and the wing tips. And the wing tips are very troublesome, and it takes a lot of work. You'll have to heat your iron up a little bit more, and you can get it to stretch around the curve with no wrinkles, but it will take a little bit of time. So let me go ahead and start this, and once I get a little ways through it, I'll show you how it's going. And as you can see, we've started here, tacked in the middle. The foam will bubble a little bit. You know, there's some places where it bubbles, and there's other places that it won't. I don't know why. The temperature doesn't change on the iron. But go ahead and start in the middle, work your way out, and you'll come to the dihedral or the dihedral, however you want to say it, and just work around that little bump there at a little angle, and slowly work your way out to the edges there. Keep going back into the middle and working your way out, and those will work all the wrinkles out, and you just keep going back and forth. But you don't want to get ahead of yourself. You don't want to do one side way up here and then go back. It'll make it very difficult to get those wrinkles out. So just keep working in a nice even pattern here. And you can see we're getting little wrinkles here, and we're just letting the heat of the gun stretch that material. And then we're going to get to a point where we're going to get to where the ailerons are cut out, and I'll show you how we cut those in to seal that up, and then we'll wrap these around. I left this area where the piece of plastic rests. I left that. We didn't do that yet. Once I get this all done, I'll come back and I will stretch that in. I'll stretch this in up here, and then we'll do the ailerons. With the bottom of the wing coated, covered, it took me about 5 minutes. It's real easy. You'll really appreciate the bottom of the wings with the flat surface, because once you get to the top, it'll be much harder. you'll want to cut out for your ailerons. And I don't do any fancy measuring, but what I do is make a diagonal cut from the corner out on each corner, and then I just take and cut away from there enough so I can fold the material up just to cover this piece, but I don't really want to go much beyond that because I'm going to have the top piece cover that as well. So I'll just take and cut that out, and we'll cut that out, and then we'll do the same thing along here. Take, cut a nice straight line, and then we'll go back with the iron and we'll iron this all in place. And then when we cover the top part of the wing, we'll wrap that as well. Now that I've gotten the bottom covered, I'm just now working on the wing tip, and we need to wrap the material around, and then we're going to cut it off flush with the top of the wing. But as you can see here, I don't know how well you can see it, but there's wrinkles all along here, and these wrinkles can be taken out, and it's just a matter of taking your iron and moving it up to the next setting and working these wrinkles out. One thing you need to worry about though is you definitely want to keep your iron at the same setting when you're covering both the top and the bottom part of the wing, just like you did your ailerons, because you don't want to warp the wing. So once you're done with doing your wingtip, turn your iron back down to its original setting and let it cool down, and then go ahead and start covering again. But let's see if we can't go ahead and work on this wingtip. And this will be a good warm-up for what you can expect when it's time to work on the top of the wing, because you'll have quite a bit more wrinkles to work out. But it's just a matter of letting that heat stretch that coating, and we'll just slowly work around here, and you'll see the foam wanting to bubble up a little bit more, and that's okay. At this point, there's really not much we can do about it. You just let that heat work its way in there, and it'll slowly pull those wrinkles out. And then we'll go back and just trim off that excess. When we wrap the top part of the wing around, it'll cover all this up. When you get to the wingtips, you can heat your iron up a little bit. Take and grab the material and pull on it. And as you do this, it'll pull all the wrinkles out, and you'll get a nice, tight, wrinkle-free covering over the wingtips. And you'll need to do this across the top of the wing once we get to that point. But this is an easy way of getting the wrinkles out. This is something you don't want to do anywhere else on the wing, because as you pull this material, you'll actually deform it, pull it out of shape, and you could pull and warp the wing. But on the wingtip, it doesn't make any difference. You want to get all those wrinkles out, so you just pull the material, and then what you do, go back, take your razor knife, cut all that away, and it'll be nice and smooth.